Hi.
How's it going?
I always switch which one I'm gonna like mimic. So sometimes I do the hi of like Sonia, and then the hi of like Dawn.
You're masking?
You guys do it the same every time. I never know where I am. Like, where am I gonna go?
That's where I stick. Like, I
take your own, be like, hello.
I like found an awkward hi that I'm just gonna stick with. I was just like, okay,
no, it's good
cool.
branding.
Yeah.
It's good branding.
It's good branding. Awkward bitch.
If there's anything we are, it's marketing geniuses.
Exactly.
Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking classic rum and Coke because I cannot go to the store, and I always have rum and Coke on hand. So.
It's pretty much like the easiest.
I know, easiest thing.
I'm an ingredient house, but I have Sprite and the rum.
I'm still getting over some like cold, so I'm drinking green tea, like iced green tea.
You're ready to get wasted.
Oh, yeah.
Wasted off of tea.
Should have let it like ferment or something.
That sounds gross. But thick.
That's where the fruit flies are coming from.
Yeah.
Like,
that sounds delicious.
making my own iced tea.
Yeah. You don't need it to ferment. You can just keep your tea cold. You're
Okay, so what is our topic this week?
So this is like, I think we talked about this on someone else's podcast, and we decided to keep it for ourselves because
that sounds like us.
A really good question that Dom Reed didn't take part in. So have you ever ghosted someone and or been ghosted?
Yes and yes.
Yeah, I have as well. So like one of my favorite stories about being ghosted. I was not with my partner at the time, and I was going to go on a date with someone, and they like ghosted me. And then 2 days later, they messaged.
I know the story.
They messaged. They're like, "Hi, who's this?" I was like, "What do you mean who's this?" It's like, it's Sonia. They're like, "Oh, I have amnesia." I was like, "Okay, bud, bye."
Creative,
it was like that's why it's my favorite. Like, it's like the best, most creative points ever. And yeah.
Okay. When I was 14, I was dating this guy. Mine's not as funny as yours, but it was definitely traumatizing. He was like my first like serious boyfriend. I lost my like virginity to him and stuff, right? And then he moved.
Just
he didn't tell me.
He just like got up.
He was just gone like a week before like the end of the school year. Just boop. And then you know where he went? Hamilton.
You
know where? And then my mom went to Hamilton, and then he heard that I moved to Hamilton. And who was the first person to hit me up when I moved here?
That's because he's
my ex-boyfriend who didn't tell me he was moving. Officially, we never broke up.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
that happened to me
ghosted
too.
It.
And when I had a boyfriend in like 8th grade, 9th grade, or whatever, and I didn't officially ever break up with him. I moved to America.
You were the mover?
I didn't know. So to be fair, we had like 3 days notice that we were moving. I think I told Dom Marie and a handful of other friends. Like it was
but
like
not your boyfriend.
I didn't have a phone. Like that was like so like that was I was poor. We didn't have a phone. So then I moved back, and I was like 2 years later, and my friends were like, "Hey, like this guy's dating somebody else." Like I ghosted him. Like there was I don't know what it was like. I don't know what it was called back then. But like they're like, he's dating someone else now. Like, how dare he? I appreciate their loyalty, but like it was unnecessary.
Yes.
Because I ghosted that person real bad.
At what point through a ghost does it become a breakup? Like how long? Like where's the cutoff?
2 weeks. You know what? 2 weeks, you're dead to me. Like at that point, you're just dead. Like you must have fell off a cliff, hit your head, it cracked open,
amnesia.
Your brain went out, and you're dead.
You're dead. You're dead.
2 weeks.
Even more than that, because
I'm
like that means
eulogy. 2 weeks.
Well, I was gonna say they're even more than dead, because if you haven't even heard that they're dead in 2 weeks, that means no one in their circle even knows who you are to like let you know that he died.
Yeah.
So that's even worse.
That's
like,
even worse.
You're not even worth the funeral if he's dead.
Yeah.
But like back in my day, we didn't have social media. It was like a little bit later that we had MSN. So like, I had to use a payphone every single time I called them. And once I got to America, there's no payphone.
Someone actually wrote us letters, like actual hand letters. I didn't actually get a letter. Yeah, it was cute.
So you didn't ghost your friends.
No, I didn't know their address.
It was me. It was only me. And then I didn't even know she was coming home until I got home one day after school, and she's sitting in the living room with my mom, and I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't know I was coming home either.
I just got home from school, and there's Sonia sitting with my mom, and I was just like, aren't you supposed to be in America? And she's like, no, I'm here. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a really awkward time in my childhood. My mom got a boyfriend in Indiana, and we left for 10 months. But like, we kept trying to come back. But since we were with my mom's boyfriend, we kept getting denied. Like, he wasn't allowed in the country. So, like that should have been a red flag. So we just kept coming back, and we kept going, and then until one time we went without him, and then we were allowed back. So it took 10 months. But like, my mom was like in an abusive relationship. Like, he was a horrible, horrible person. My mom was trapped. But then he followed her, and then she didn't know what to do. But then he died shortly after. So, safe by the heart attack.
I don't know. Like, your mom's boyfriends always kept dying. It makes me wonder, like, if she was the Black Widow.
Well,
like, she's dead now, so we can't ask her.
I know.
But I think just her luck, right? I've felt it sometimes. I feel like some of it passed down to me. Not the Black Widow part, thank goodness, because Kyle's still alive. But like, I have shitty luck all the time. So I think a little bit. Family curse. Something happened. We were witches.
One of your ancestors did something terrible.
Yeah. And it's been passing down. Yeah. And we'll see what happens.
It's funny because like that story was kind of like my mom's story and why we moved to Alberta for like half a year and then had to try and move back.
Stupid mom.
And it was because she was trying to rekindle with her shitty second husband in between like serious boyfriends. And then we moved back with the serious boyfriend. And it was just like, we drove? It was like 6 days, It's
not
like 9.
It's not
fun. And like poor driving, right? We stopped at like cheap motels, and like didn't get to eat like restaurant food. It was all like takeout, fast food. Driving
like McDonald's,
stuff. McDonald's stuff, and
Burger King. Whenever you pass one, right? Like,
well, and snacks we bought, like at the grocery store.
Yeah,
no grocery store.
Oh yeah, it's so expensive.
No way. It was like that kind of all of us in one hotel room kind of thing because it was like 5 of us. So it was like yeah. So I'm like, why? Like, no dick is worth that.
Yeah, no, like I wouldn't even like do that for Kyle. Like, like, no, I love him so much, but
what are you talking about? Kyle did it for you. Like, you were like, let's move to New Brunswick, and he's like, okay. Like,
that's
moved to New Brunswick.
Different.
No, it's not.
We moved here. We didn't like. I wasn't chasing down some dick to get wet. Like,
no, chased your pussy to come. It's like
magic.
No good.
Right? Like, this vagina is so magic that I was able to move 2 provinces away without issue.
He followed you.
He's like, okay. It's like, listen, either you stay here or you follow the vagina. And that's what he did, I guess. It wasn't a joint decision. It was all me.
Yeah,
It
all
was.
you. You're
He just followed. He was like, okay.
I got ghosted by a best friend once who I was friends with for like 11 years.
Oh, that's lovely.
I know, right? Like, isn't like it was like I don't know. I was the one with the kid, right? So that's usually how it goes. And then we just started talking less and less. Or when I tried to talk to them, they'd give like one word answers, and then eventually there was just no talking at all.
Yeah.
And I remember like that moment, be like, oh shit, like what do I do? You kind of want to reach out, but there's nothing really to like say.
Yeah.
It's almost harder with friends.
It is. And I had that happen to a friend. I met her in college, super great friends. We saw each other like every other day. She moved to Toronto and I saw her like every Friday weekend thing. And it just like happened where like we got busy and we just slowly stopped talking to each other. And then it got to like just happy birthdays. And then nothing anymore. Like it's just like I'll like her posts on Instagram. We're just Instagram friends. Like that's, and I think it's one-sided. I'm only liking her stuff. Like, but like I used to talk to her sister all the time too, and I don't do that much anymore either.
I know. I was my best friend's like parents used to call me daughter number 2. And now it's like I haven't talked to them in 13 years. Like it's weird, you know? And I feel like that's almost harder because like when it's a breakup, or not even a breakup, when you're dating someone, you don't know where it's going to go. But after like 11 years of friendship, it's
weird.
Yes.
It's weird. Yeah. It's funny that you said like my second daughter. When I was like, my real mom did that. Where she talked to me for like 12 years. Like just like whatever she had to talk to me about, but like it was a lot of nothing for a long time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of friends of that, I do it to you guys. Like every time I have a mentee B, I just ghost everyone, including
that doesn't
you guys.
really count. I think
we
like,
know you're coming back.
Yeah. You haven't really ghosted us until you stop talking to us forever.
Like, it goes like a week or so. Like, and I just like have my mentee
time.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a week.
No, watch next weekend. We're like getting ready to record, and she doesn't show up.
Yeah, she's like,
or even worse, she joins but then walks away. So then it just says Dawn, but she's not there.
It's a little ghost emoji.
Yeah. But that's as far as my ghosting goes.
I ghost all the time. I blame that on my like anxiety and stuff. That's like a big side effect, or ADHD also is like no, like out of sight, out of mind. Yeah. So like if I can't see you, or if you're not talking to me constantly, or you're not somebody I talk to all the time, I don't know you're there. I think I go like weeks sometimes not like the last time I talked to my brother Ken, I wished him happy birthday. But the time before that was Christmas. Mm-hmm. Like I don't ghost him. He's not there, so I don't talk to him.
Yeah.
But I ghosted so I was a surrogate for someone. We talked about this before, but since we're on the topic of ghosting, I ghosted somebody I was a surrogate for, the intended parents. And they were so sweet. There was no reason for the ghosting. I just stopped talking to them. And then I was just like, okay, it's been a year. I can't talk to you now. And then they send me messages and I can't respond because I'm like, it's been a year and I feel so bad. Like the guilt is so bad sometimes. I'm like, no, like, so I block them because I don't want to feel guilty like that.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You brought their life into you gave them the greatest gift, apparently.
I know, but they're so sweet. And I'm just like, bye.
Well, we kind of talked about this though, about how like you're like a moment in their lives forever, but that moment isn't a moment in your life forever.
It was just like I got stretch marks, but like that's it. Like
it's already an imbalanced relationship.
Yeah.
So
they benefit out of it. You didn't really like. other than like, you know, you got to check off something off your bucket list. But
I got to do something for somebody. That's, I'm trying to think of like, I'm sure I've been ghosted. I think I am a bigger ghoster than a ghostee.
I think every time you would date someone, they ghosted you at the end. Like, I remember you
that happens so much.
Again.
Yeah.
So she literally just like text me or call me and be like, it happened again.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you do?
Like always. Yeah. Every time, like, so Kyle and I were separated for a while. And like it happened like all the times. I ended up with Kyle again, I guess. Lack of options.
Yeah.
But it does happen. It does so much.
Now that I reminded you.
Now I'm remembering all the time.
You like blacked that part of your life out.
I guess. Yeah. They're just like, it's always like, oh, you're so awesome. And then like, no more. Like,
no more.
just bye. Like, yeah. I don't have words. So
I think there is a difference between like intentionally ghosting and like accidental ghosting.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure this was on purpose.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. It feels like almost bad when it's like intentional ghosting, but it's like if I don't hear from you guys for like a little bit or whatever, I'm like, you know, like even some of my other friends, it's like, oh, well, we'll talk eventually.
Yeah.
I'm not like, you know, but it's like when it's like someone you're supposed to be talking to often and all of a sudden they just don't, it's like, oh shit, like I'm being rejected, but not even like classy rejected.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just like
like I'm not even worth a rejection almost. Like that's like worse.
Yeah.
I think I have another one of where I've been ghosted. I had a male best friend and like we were really close and whatever. And then he got a girlfriend, like a serious girlfriend, and he stopped talking to me. Just out of the blue.
Stopped talking to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who that friend is.
Yeah. Yeah, just got a girlfriend and all of a sudden he couldn't talk to me anymore. Like
they always do that.
I'm like I didn't
the guy
understand.
friends. Yeah.
I didn't understand because like he knew my husband. He'd stay at my house with me and my husband. Like he met all my other friends. Like he was like a brother almost. Like we were very well, no, but like we were close.
You can't say brother.
Yeah, I can't say brother.
That makes it gross.
Took his V card, okay? Anyway.
Yeah, so you can't ever.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Never,
I can't.
ever.
No, maybe she meant brother like in the Collins.
Stepbrother.
In the Collins. Yeah.
Yeah, you know where they're like together.
Yeah.
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 Carlisle. Got
Yeah.
you a mate. Yeah. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's how it happened. Anyway, but yeah. And then I got a girlfriend and stopped talking to me. I was like, okay.
That happened twice though. Like, and then they broke up and then he started talking to you again.
And then he got a new one. No, this is a newer girlfriend. And then he
Yeah, I know. It happened more than once.
Yeah, I know. Like we'll go like years without talking, then he'll like come into my life for like a month and then he's like, new girlfriend, peace. And I'm like, what the hell?
Like, and it's not just stop talking to you, he like blocks on all social media. Like, he was just like Instagram, even Instagram. You don't even use Instagram that much, but
no. So I looked it up, okay, because I'm a stalker.
Okay.
So I looked it up, and like we had another mutual friend, and you could still see if they were friends with those mutual friends, and he's no longer friends with them either. So he totally got off Instagram, totally got off Facebook. Like I even made like a separate Facebook account to lurk. And no, he's no longer on Facebook. He's on nothing.
I wonder if he got caught doing something.
That's what I'm saying. So here's the thing. I'm thinking he cheated, got caught, and now he had to end all of his social media. And that's why he couldn't talk to me. Because I was a girl.
Yeah, because you got the vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wasn't allowing him to have friends with vaginas.
Because he fucked up. Like,
he fucked up.
Because like the fact that this happened twice.
Yeah.
Makes me think it's less like a insecure girl, like a super jealous kind of thing, and more of a him pattern of behavior kind of thing.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a him pattern. Like even when we were friends, he was a bit of a whore. So like I could see him, cheating on his girlfriend and getting caught.
Yeah. don't cheat.
Yeah.
just don't do
Or
it.
Find
just don't be
polyamorous
stupid enough to get
relationships.
caught. Like, or just,
Don't get caught.
Yeah,
Stay
like,
single and fuck who you want. Like,
That's
Exactly.
right.
like pick your your avenue. Like, just or be smart about it. I don't know. Just like
or
but-
be smart about it. That you're like, okay, if you're gonna cheat,
yeah,
at the very least, like,
gut
Be
about it. Like,
smart about it.
hmm.
Separate burner phone. You know.
yeah, like
I don't understand.
always use
how
the
these
condom.
people-
use a second identity. I don't know.
Yeah, these people get caught so easily.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's people who don't and they ruin their partners' lives and stuff, but like there a lot of them are so dumb. And
Yeah.
like and there's are we dating the same guy sites everywhere now, which like
I know, I love.
no one
I
is
love that
safe.
too.
Yeah. So like you can't be on social media. You can't like have your photo because people will
No.
know.
Part of
But,
me
like-
just wanted to post Chris for fun, just to see. Like, I know he doesn't leave the house. Like, we're
Oh,
stuck
that's
here
like-
all the time, but that'd
That's
be
such
funny.
a good thing. I'm gonna go put Kyle on there and see what I
Yeah.
get.
Like, talking to him for a couple weeks, like,
Yeah, anonymous, and see if someone says that guy's married, blah blah blah. But I
Oh my god! And if someone like private message you, be like, "Oh, Kyle was on there," because you're gonna know.
yeah, this sounds like fun. This sounds like a fun experiment.
Yay, experiments! I love science.
Science. But like,
And then we could just ghost Kyle.
we'll go. I can't.
She lives with them.
No, you'll still leave him like chore lists and stuff, but you just
Okay.
won't
You
be
talk
there.
to
He'll
him.
just wake up and it'll be like, a chore list and stuff, but you're like hiding because you're just not like there. So when he walks in the room, you have to like hide behind a door or something because you're ghosting him.
I'll put a sheet on.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm ghosting.
Smell like
Don't
get the
talk
ghost
to
mask.
me. Yeah.
Become
From
ghost
Scream?
face.
Yeah.
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 Perfect.
That's it. I'm gonna get you ghost face mask.
Okay. And then like I love I feel bad for the victims of this thing, but I love the drama of it. Like I have nothing else going on in my life that I want to pay attention to. So like where was that cop who was like also frauding like different police departments or whatever?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I have no
yeah.
idea what happened to him because like that just ended so quickly. But that was
The
so
one
much
with the
fun.
kettle or something. He got like a bunch of like girlfriends' kettles or some shit like that. There was that one. There was one where he would get girlfriends' kettles. I don't know why.
A kennel?
Yeah, like he would leave kettles at girlfriends' houses.
Oh,
They
like
all had
like
the same brand.
oh,
like-
kettle. You're saying
Kettle.
kettle. With
Kettle.
a T.
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
you're saying kennel with an N, so like a dog kennel. Keep
I was like, wow, red flag.
them in cages. I was like,
Kettle.
what? Okay, got
Well,
it.
that's kind of nice, though. like a new kettle, like
Pretty
please and thank
gift.
you. Like,
Like-
yeah.
Well, like he has brand loyalty, not
He
woman
did.
loyalty.
He did.
But like,
He's really
forget
just
the
a
brand.
salesman. He's just a marketing agent for that brand of kettle.
he's seeing how many women's houses he can get them into.
Yeah. He's like, you have to know the customer.
He's dedicated to his work. Oh,
He makes them do a survey once he finished.
yeah.
Yeah.
How was I?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how did you feel like having tea after?
Did you like those finger sandwiches? I personally, right after, could not. I would have to like shower. Like I wouldn't want any. Like I would have to make sure they're super clean. Like if they're making any finger sandwiches, like you need to like scrub after. You can't just go out to the kitchen and make finger sandwiches.
Maybe
There's
he
hygiene.
pre-made them. Maybe he like pre-made them and then he just brings the plate out right after.
Okay.
He's not a normal man. He's a salesman.
That's right. Yeah, it's ready.
For kettles.
He's not thinking on the spot. He planned his whole pitch, you know? So.
That's
But that's how we got caught, because like 6 women had the same boyfriend who would leave the same kettle at their house. Like, how the fuck do you get caught that way? That's what I'm like, how did that happen? How? Like,
didn't he like propose to almost all of them?
Yep.
Like,
I'm trying to think. There was another one I saw on TikTok where she went away for like a couple weeks and came back and knew her husband cheated because her jam was eaten out of.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah, she did. She put a marker line, like a really small one, on where her jam was in the fridge, like so that she knew how full it was. And when she came back after 2 weeks, it was down a little bit. But I think like her husband, I think it was like strawberry jam or whatever, and her husband was allergic
or something.
Yeah, so her husband would never touch it. So when she asked like she just asked her husband, "Oh, what'd you do?" You know, he doesn't say anyone was over. So obviously he's kind of hiding something. And,
my jam was eaten.
Yeah, someone ate some of my jam. What the fuck? So yeah, that's how she found out her spouse was cheating.
That's smart.
There was another one on TikTok. Anyway, she left her baby camera on or whatever, or Google Home or something came on, and it recorded their conversation, the girl that came over, and then they did it, and it was all recorded on Google Home.
Yeah, that happens a lot with the house cameras.
The ring light.
No, it was the speaker
one. Like the front doorbell ones. Yeah.
Like, how fucking dumb are you? A speaker's recording?
Yeah, the speaker was recording them.
How does a speaker record?
Yeah, your speaker can record
Googles
you.
and Alexis's can sometimes like record, and you can request them to record when a certain word is said. You can. Yeah, it's a lot of creepy. So
like she's like, if they say Dave, it starts recording. Like,
yeah, it was something like that. Anyway, and they recorded their conversation, like, and then them having sex. It was all on Google Home, and then it goes to their like Google Drive. And so she was at work and she just was clicking. There was a new audio file, and she clicked, and then there it popped up.
Nice. I don't know, because people use that to leave messages to each other. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, but that's still like, your house has security, and you're just bringing bitches home.
Clearly, he wasn't that smart.
That's what I mean. They're so stupid. they're just dumb people now. That if you don't get caught.
Well, and like a lot of them will cheat in circles. Like if they're like they'll like have like them and their buddies are cheating.
Yeah,
it's usually break one. If you break one of them, they'll give you the names of everyone.
That's right. It does happen like that. And like for females too, if one female's cheating, usually all the females in that group are cheating.
Because then they go out for like girls' nights or guys' nights, and that's what it is. And like when I say like it's a group thing, like it'll be like one guy will slip up because he's with his girlfriend now, so he's no longer being the dick, but he's still hanging out. He's newly not dicked, and he's hanging out with his girlfriend, and then he'll casually slip that one of them is cheating. And then that girl will obviously go and tell that guy's girlfriend. And then it all comes crumbling down, because then that guy has to sell out someone else to make it seem less bad and subvert the attention, and then it's all crumbling. So you just need one to fall.
Just one weak link.
Find the weakest link and corner them.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Or the girl, Dawn, you've seen the girl on TikTok that messages like people's like spouses for like checks?
Because oh my god, which I think is really like toxic too. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. But I'm living for it.
Yeah. I was like, these guys are stupid, because like, okay, which obviously something you just said, but like, you message a guy on Instagram and be like, yeah, I saw you at like the grocery store and you winked at me and I smiled, and they're like, they don't remember that because it didn't happen, but they're just like, yeah, you want to come over? Like, what? Like, it's insane. These guys will fall for it
every once in a while. There is a good guy. There is a good one that's like, sorry, I have a girlfriend, and then kind of like shuts it off, but not often.
Not enough. Nope. And like,
or like, what are you wearing?
No, 100%. Kyle will say no, because he's obsessed with me. Also, he's so socially awkward that could never be a thing. Like, he's like,
Dave would be too scared I would be setting him up anyway. He'd be like, no, where's my wife? He'd be like, no, my wife is behind this. She's going to kill me. Go away.
I know it.
Or she's going to murder us both. Like, no.
Chris already gets messages like that all the time, so he tells me about them.
Yeah, like you have like that open communication.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, oh, this girl, like, you know, asked me for drinks, or this guy asked me for drinks, and he's like, I told them no, because, you know, it's, if you have drinks with one fan, you have to have drinks with all of them.
Right. And it's not safe.
He goes out for drinks with like his photographers and other like people he works with, but
yeah, not fans. Yeah. I've had a drink with him before.
Yes,
you were there.
I had a drink with him before too. At a wedding.
At a wedding.
Back when he used to drink.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't. Now he's lame. He's old, as he says. Can't even handle caffeine anymore. You know what he does? No, you know why I always have caffeine-free Diet Coke? Because he made the switch.
He'll cry. Oh man, I'm not too old yet for caffeine.
No.
I'm sure one day,
I couldn't.
Yeah, no, I don't need it to function. I need it to feel good about myself. Like,
no, I need it to function. Like, literally, and it's not even just sipping it. I need the smell in the morning. If I don't smell the coffee before it even hits my lips, like, I'm not awake until I smell the aroma.
You're like conditioned. Like, you're Pavlov's. Pavlov? Is it Pavlov?
Pavlov, yeah.
Pavlov, yeah.
Pavlov! Pavlov! Because he's slobbering. That's how I remember it. Pavlov, because he's dripping drool.
Pavlov.
Yeah.
Oh, we should try and see if we can condition the listeners someday. Like, maybe we like add a little thing in the beginning of our like intros, and then we just do it every episode for a little bit, and then one episode we don't do it, and see if people still did it.
Like a ritual. We'll start like a ritual. Yeah. Like a hi. Like a that not.
Well, that means one day we'll have to not do the hi and see if it was jarring.
We just awkwardly stare at each other.
Or just be like, hello, welcome to Opinionated Luscious.
Yeah. Hi, we are totally not AI.
You have to not laugh. So we'll do like an episode of absolute no jokes. No. Just monotone the entire time. And it'll be
I don't think we could do that.
It'll be our most played episode ever.
Surprisingly, it probably would. Yeah. We'll talk about Bitcoin. That's not very funny.
We're laughing now. I loved when Bitcoin was a thing like that, like mining and stuff, because Kyle was really good at it, and I could go shopping all the time. I miss lash extensions. I miss getting my hair done. I miss Ugg shoes that didn't get chewed up by my dogs. fucking Kyle. It's not his fault, but like he made me used to the finer things, and now we're poor again. Like
it's so much harder to go down than it is to go up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like I grew up at the bottom. And like even together, Kyle and I were at the bottom. But then like for 2 years, we were like at the tippy top. Like we were doing so good. And we didn't save anything because we're stupid. We just spent it all. And then one day it was nothing. And then we're like, oh, okay, we're back to this
and then it
now.
Drops.
Yeah. Okay. It's fun. It was fun. I had fun. I'm sure Kyle had fun.
It's a good period in your life you can remember fondly back on.
Yeah. I got like a new washer and dryer. I didn't get secondhand. Like it was great.
Living the big bucks, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get like a new fridge. I hate this fridge, but then I like look at prices and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till it breaks.
Yeah. We need a new fridge too.
$5,000 for a fridge? No.
Yeah, and I can't like even used ones start at like $2,000.
Yeah, it's bad.
Shitting me? Like
yeah.
Like, this is gonna last another 2 years, and you're like, fucking $2,000? No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just waiting till it breaks, and then I will make the switch.
Yeah, I have like cracked shelves and shit in there. Like, it's just nope. I don't care. It's like missing some kind of like ledge thing for it.
Yeah.
Nope. It's fine. It's good. Like the stuff on the top thing gets like frozen. Like
That's
like,
fine. Whatever.
It's fine as long as you don't put the veggies there. It's fine. Like,
It's true. It's true. You know who I feel ghosted by as a Canadian citizen?
Trudeau.
Him too, actually. There's a few. But just because we were talking about groceries, I was gonna say Galen Weston. I saw him for a bit during the court thing, and then now he's gone again. He just disappeared.
Oh, he's disappearing.
Disappeared again. I'm just saying. It's on site.
Oh, Kyle told me about this crazy thing today. Have you heard of the Maple Mafia in Quebec?
The guys that stole like all the maple syrup? Like,
No,
the
Quebec government.
Oh, no.
Like,
there was a maple syrup heist in Quebec.
Yeah, no, there was. So there's like this Maple Mafia thing where like you're only allowed to sell maple syrup if you're part of this group, and you're not allowed to sell it unless it's like approved selling people. So the people who stole the maple syrup, and they sold it to this guy in New Brunswick, and then this guy went to prison for 2 years for selling the maple syrup. He didn't know it was stolen, but he went to prison, and like these people get fines. Like if they find out you're selling Quebec maple syrup, the Maple Mafia tries to like fine you. And then like this one guy took it to like Supreme Court, and they're like, that's like unconstitutional. And then the Quebec government's like, fine, we'll sue them. And then they were able to fine this guy for selling maple syrup to not approved sources. So like, yeah, they have like a maple syrup mafia in Quebec.
Like the black market of maple syrup. I'm imagining like little gram bags. Like
maple syrup. Drops of maple syrup.
It's just like how Big Dairy. So you know how they have like big.
I like it.
Yeah. There's like Big Dairy. There's like Big Chicken and stuff like that. Where like there's
Big
quotas.
Maple now.
Yeah, there in Quebec there is. So like the dairy has like milk quota, so you have to sell your milk at this price. If they set it like gas prices, like if you have to follow, you can only be like a few pennies.
Yeah.
Away. Yeah, so like it's insane that you'll go to prison for selling.
That sounds very Canadian though. They're like
that's we have Maple Mafia.
Yeah.
So don't buy Quebec maple syrup. You're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you don't know where you're getting it from.
Mm-hmm. Just don't. Just stay away.
It's like people come to Canada for that. It's like
Montreal has like this big thing. Like we're like if you buy a whole bunch of maple syrup and you're caught reselling it wherever you took your maple syrup to, you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, we'll find you.
They have like, I don't know, like it tiles on it. Like shift it off. They can tell.
Yeah, they can just tell. They take like, chemistry. Like they can tell that it's exactly their maple syrup and not some other brand.
Yeah, like they do with corn and stuff. Like
yep.
There were like a few, not few, but many years ago where there was like this one field that had corn. But then like the seedlings or whatever, the other field ended up getting that corn too. And then they got in like so much trouble for like having that corn. Like the farmers are fucking nuts.
Like apparently, like
they have a special license for their corn. And if someone else uses like grows
like they
corn,
patented it?
Yeah, or some bullshit.
That's
and like
weird.
Yeah, farmers are fucking weird. So like, nature sometimes like, whoosh, and then you're like your stuff grows somewhere else. So since they didn't cut it, our other people, they got in trouble for growing this patent corn when it was just nature doing its like It's pollination.
It's
jizzing all over.
Thing. Yeah. It's just trying to make more corn, guys. That's what nature does.
Yeah.
I just can't believe, like, in a world where people are starving to death, people are gonna fight over more food made. Like, I'm like, really?
Did you guys know that we went this whole episode without a drink word?
Oh, it's run.
You said it anyway. I've just been drinking this whole time.
It's run. Me too. My drinks.
Hey, did you guys know? Like,
you know what we ghosted?
The drink word.
Woo! Take that.
Every episode. Let's be real. We don't pay attention. We just drink.
It's just for fun.
I do think, because some people will literally get so mad about ghosting, and I don't think it's that serious, personally.
It's not.
I think, like, a lot, like, I mean, I think, like, a lot of men ghost, but I think when a lot of women ghost, it's more of, like, a safety issue.
Yeah.
So it's like, men aren't ghosting because they're worried about their safety, but a lot of females feel like ghosting is the only way to stay safe.
Yeah.
So there is a little difference there. I just wanted to, like, add a little serious note for those, because I've seen, like, statuses where they're like, why is everyone ghosting nowadays? It's like, I don't know. Were you a creepy aggressive on the date?
Yeah.
Are you not leaving them alone? Are you constantly messaging and texting and calling them? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, what was that sound on TikTok? He's like, hello, this is someone. I met you on the street. And, like,
that voice
sound, right? He's like, I thought we had a really great time. I liked you, but I'm going to give you 3 to 5 days to call me back.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like to play these games. Like,
yeah, I don't like to play these games. I'm a good man and I make a lot of money. You would be great with me. Like, if the guy was a creep.
Yeah.
If all you have to bring to a relationship is money, then you're a shitty person.
I don't know. At this time, I would take it. I'd be okay with it.
He was attractive.
But, well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people date people for money, but we acknowledge that they're shitty people. Like, not the people dating, but the people with the money, right? It's like, if all you have to bring to the table, there's rich people that probably aren't shitty people.
Oh,
But it's like, if you're telling someone your best qualities about yourself and money is one of those qualities, especially if you say money. If you came in and said stability, that sounds a little bit better.
It's a classier word.
Yeah. Than saying, like, money.
Yeah.
Because stability also implies emotional, right?
Yeah.
Emotional needs, physical needs, that kind of stuff. But if you just come in with money, it's like, okay, it better be a fuckload, dude. Like, holy shit.
I'm going to need a trunk full of toys.
You need to be 8 figures deep. We ain't talking unless you're 8 figures. Like, that's it. Not 6 figures, 8.
8 seems a little excessive.
Yeah, I want millions.
No, but this is for a shitty person. Like, they're making up for all of their other qualities with just money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like excessive money. I
not
like
for regular dating. I'm talking about someone who's bragging about their money. Better be 8 figures, or else we're not talking.
I would like 8 figures just for fun. Just to throw it around. I want to, like, all in loonies and toonies.
Dive into them like Scrooge McDuck,
But like Peter Griffin, where like he like
where he just it's solids. It doesn't move around like liquid or whatever.
I love that part so much. Like, there's some scenes that are like ha 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 ha, but then there's some scenes where you just like talk about it again. You're like, oh my goodness, yes, and then I've seen that like 1,000 times. I still think it's hilarious.
It's true. I like those shows. A lot of it was either like really transphobic or misogynistic or hilarious. Like, that was it. Like, or racist sometimes. It would be like the scene was either so really bad or the scene was fucking funny. And there's episodes of Family Guy, the Madonna episode. Well, I think it's his, I don't know, he drinks a Red Bull or something for the first time, and then he starts singing the Madonna song. The best scene I've ever seen in my life. I think the first time I saw it, I was high too, so I think it like triggered something in my brain where now whenever I watch it, I just feel that high euphoria.
Like, you should watch everything for the first time high. So like condition yourself so when it happens to you again, you're like, oh, I feel so great watching this.
Oh, yeah. That scene's good though. I love that scene.
And I love like how like a lot of like Family Guy and American Dads, like even though it looks really bad, it's because they're making fun of people who are like that. They're like making fun of racists.
There's a lot of satire in it. Therethere's also a lot of like, I mean, they've like had Bill Maher on the show, like without making fun of him, right?
Yeah,
so it's like they're still. I think they were a little bit better in like the mid seasons. I find the early seasons were bad and like the later seasons were bad.
Yeah, just like the happy medium
were like really good. You know, like I think that's the same with like South Park too. Like the early seasons are really bad. The later seasons are really bad, but there's like a good middle in there where it was making good.
The movie was good.
Commentary.
I like the movie.
I like the movie too because it's making fun of like Canada. Like we're not a minority, you know. I mean, we're small, but we're not like underprivileged, you know.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
and then and then like the human shields for because they would. That's what happened. When they go to like war and stuff, people of color are used as collateral damage.
Yeah, when it's satirical, and then sometimes it just ends up going the other way.
Too much.
The middle seasons of these shows are like the best. I think for me. Yeah.
We need a new cartoon show like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those shows have like run their course. Bring me something new. I still love Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers is great. There's not a bad season of Bob's Burgers
season ever. No, Marie hasn't watched it yet. You could tell. I know.
No,
you're like,
what is it on? Is it on?
You need to watch this.
It's on Disney Plus.
I don't have Disney Plus.
I do. I can give you my password shit. Disney Plus isn't
get high
on sharing it
and watch it. Like you don't even have to be high though. Like you can enjoy it all the time, and then you're gonna be like, "Hey, that's Sonia and Kyle and her kids."
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the perfect rendition of a fully autistic family.
Yeah, like for real,
like all the different levels of autism.
Like it's perfect, and it's like. At times it's like exaggerated us, but like most of the time it's like Kyle talks to his food. I like it's just we just don't have a burger joint. There's no dogs.
No, you have chickens and have a chicken farm instead.
Yeah. So and like there's great side characters and like it's just so well done. Sometimes there's a musical number and it's all like original music with like their own lyrics. You're missing out.
And it's John Benjamin. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this is like missing out on like important news. Like this is like
okay, I'll add it to my list after I watch The Last of Us. That I still have to watch that too.
Yeah, watch that too. That's pretty good too.
It's really good. Yeah.
And what's that one on? Like what like things do I have to steal from that one?
That's on HBO.
You have Crave.
I gotta get you signed in again because it signed me. Yeah, it signed me out from that because I haven't watched.
I'll give you all my logins.
Jessica's got you.
I got you. Don't you worry.
Like, hey, you have this, and this now. Like go.
Yeah, watch it all.
Because I never know what I want to watch. We just got rid of Discovery Plus like a month ago, and now there's shows on Discovery Plus I want to watch. And it's
what's on Discovery?
A lot of like TLC shows and a lot of like documentaries.
Yeah,
and they have like the Glee documentary, and they have like I wanted to watch some Sister Wives because now that Cody's like with just Robin, like it's weird. The Sister Wives is monogamy.
The other ones left now. It's just
Robin. Yeah, like a couple months ago. Yeah,
I knew the one left. Christine, she left, and then that was
Christine
it.
Left. Mary left, and he's with just Robin now.
But so he didn't want to be with just Robin. Wives. He was so upset that Christine left. He was pissed.
Yeah, and pretty much I can't remember her name.
What's the show called now? It can't be Sister Wives. It's just wife. Just wife.
I have to like look. I looked up Sister Wives. It's not giving me their names. Oh, Janelle. And yeah, Janelle left. Pretty much once Christine left, Janelle was like, bye. And then Cody was the one that kind of like was like done with Mary.
Yeah.
So he basically said like he didn't want her to be his wife anymore. And she finally listened. So yeah, so it's just Robin now. But
which makes
think
Robin
he's
all
gonna
super
like
happy.
Well, I think he's gonna like look for another wife, like a younger one, right?
Ooh.
Oh, Robin will be upset.
Of course she will be.
Don't they have like 40 kids?
Yeah, and like most of the kids from the other wives don't like see him or talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
And he's cool with that. He's just like,
Nah.
Well, he alienated them too. Like, he wouldn't go to, like, from what I understand, because I watch clips of it on TikTok.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I've never actually watched the show. I just see clips. Anyway, during COVID, he refused to live in any of these other houses. He just lived with Robin and their kids. He didn't want to see any of his other kids, and he used COVID as an excuse. But
And he refused to get
house.
vaccinated. He
That's
refused
your
to get
bubble.
vaccinated.
Yeah.
like, that's your like 30 people bubble. Like, it's,
He didn't go to his one kid. His one kid had to get scoliosis surgery.
Yes.
And he didn't go. And so Christine just went and took care of her because, like, obviously, if you have spine surgery, you can't fucking move for weeks.
Yeah.
And had to take care of her by herself because he wasn't there. So and that daughter actually has like a YouTube channel now where she's reacting to the old Sister Wives episodes that she's never seen because a lot of the kids never saw it, and now they're like reacting to it. Now a lot of the kids are like coming out against their dad. It's pretty funny.
A lot of them are mad at him. Like, most of the sons too. They really were like, "What the hell?"
Yep.
Like, the daughters, I understand. Like, but the sons, I'm surprised that the sons even came out with like, no.
So if you're sick of being ghosted and looking for a stable man in your life, Cody Brown is on the hunt for new young wives.
Get it while it's there.
you get a paycheck.
He owns land.
Like, yeah. And you get paid.
And he has a show. So, you know.
Like, just apply. And then, like, I don't know what you have to apply for to be a sister wife, like what kind of job application that is. But, you know.
Bake a basket of bread and, like, drop it off.
You have, like, heirlooms.
Yeah.
Heirloom sourdough.
You just flower open. I'm fertile.
Yeah.
Open for business.
My ovaries. Here you go.
Yeah. Did you hear that they're closing all the hospitals in Idaho? Not the hospitals, but the maternity ward.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, get a midwife. Like, just
no, but a lot of where is it? Texas? That is. Hold on. I don't want to be wrong with the states. But there is another state that is outlawing midwives in hospitals.
Yep. It was Texas or Florida. It's one of the two.
Oh, it might have been Florida, actually. Hold on.
Like,
well, Florida is a fucking dumpster fire. Like, Ron Santos just went after Disney, and Disney slapped him with what was it? The royalty clause. He got it's so bad, so bad. He went after Disney because Disney was all like LGBTQ like positive, right? And with him with the "Don't Say Gay" bill and all these other fucking rude shit. So he went after Disney, but then Disney slapped him with the royalty clause. And he can't do shit with them now. It's great.
It's like...
It's the only time I'm proud of Disney.
I don't understand what's going on with this country. Not our country.
No,
sometimes,
the US.
Sometimes I'm wondering what's going on with our country. But, like...
Well, yeah.
Right now, like, I feel like we're not focusing on how shitty our country is because we're just like, well, at least we're not the States. Like that.
And it's sad, but that's how it's always going to be. Like, we have to like look to our neighbor. I
think
and be like,
a lot of the state stuff carries over to us. So I think it's like for Canadians, it is important to like understand what's going on in the States because it
is important. Yeah,
like a lot of those beliefs and stuff is what's like causing our healthcare to become privatized.
It's because we watch
caused
them.
the convoy. Like they're flying United States and MAGA flags. Yeah, but it's just like people aren't focusing on there's no social services because they're just like, well, at least it could be worse.
Actually, the U.S. social services are a little better than us. They have food stamps and stuff.
It depends on the state. It really,
it really does depend on the state.
But some of their social services are better than ours because like we should have food stamps and stuff where they can go and get like groceries at a grocery store.
Well, usually when you have food stamps, you don't have as much of the welfare. So we have the when you're on social assistance here, you have your grocery money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Included,
but with
yeah.
but within the food stamps, you can't spend it on whatever you want. It has to be specific items.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
so, but so that there is a difference. Yeah. So I know what you mean though. You're like, oh, that sounds like a really good thing.
There is parts of it that is really good about it, but obviously there's going to be flaws too.
Yeah, but like that's in your Ontario like social assistance. That's in your check at the end of the month. They have your shelter.
Yeah, your shelter budget, and then your like groceries and
basic needs.
Basic
and
needs
shelter.
budget,
And
that's what it is.
Yeah, still not enough.
No,
no, not nearly enough.
You have 8 families living in a 2-bedroom apartment because like there's not enough money going around. But
with all roaches and rats just to like live by.
Because of slumlords, you know.
Yeah.
So.
We're just trying to get by. Like, oh my gosh,
it's so bad.
I need it for income.
I'm ghosting my in-laws, so far it's working out for me.
So far, ghosting is great.
Yeah, it's been 5 days, so 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I'm not ghosting my in-laws. I just haven't talked to them in like 5 days. It just hasn't happened.
I talked to mine yesterday, so like and I might see them Sunday, depending on how we feel. If we're feeling better.
No, I'm ghosting.
Yeah, you're intentionally.
Yeah, this is an intentional ghost.
Yeah.
But
it happens. Sometimes it's needed. And I know your situation because you told us. And I think it's needed. I think it's deserved. And I don't think you're in the wrong, even though people might tell you you're in the wrong. I am saying it's good for you.
I always say maybe my tone or my reaction wasn't 100%, but looking at what was said on both sides, I don't think I was in the wrong.
No.
Just like if I took away So I was just like, okay, and you know what? I don't even care about my own view. If my husband tells me I'm not in the wrong, then I'm like, they're your parents, so I'm taking your side. Like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So yeah. Any other ghost stories?
I'm sure. I accidentally ghost everybody. I've been ghosted a lot that I didn't even remember. But like, no, it happened like it does happen. It doesn't even happen like all growing up too, where we would have like friends and they would just stop talking to me. Or like meeting people and they would just stop talking to me. Yeah, it's happened at least 100 times, I'm sure. If we counted, at least
half of my Facebook friends are people that have ghosted me. I haven't talked to them in years. Why are you still on my Facebook?
Actually, half my Facebook friends, I'm ghosting them. Like,
yeah, I just post statuses and walk away. Like I don't. That's pretty much what
I barely do that. I'm on TikTok. I'm just ignoring my whole Facebook now. I'm just like, bye. Like it's there, but I don't.
It's
moving on.
Yeah.
You're moving on from Facebook.
I'm moving on. I am.
Yeah. I'm doing less on Facebook too. It's usually just to complain a lot. That's what I do a lot.
It's
on Facebook
actually
now, because all my fun
for older
stuff
people now.
Yeah, it's our generation and older.
I know, but I'm trying to stay hip with the kids.
I know.
Okay?
You're like one of those weirdos that are like, I want to be young forever.
I want to be young forever.
Well, that's her midlife crisis was becoming popular on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It works for me.
I moved away. You went on TikTok. Jessica,
I got a couple more years.
Yeah, you still got a few years. Don't worry.
So you get to either pick moving away or join a new social media and just like work on that.
Plan your own thing.
Yeah.
I'll move away on social media. I was trying to combine the two, and I couldn't think of anything fast enough.
You can move into a mushroom field and record it.
Or she can make her own social media platform.
A reality TV show. So like that.
I'll go live 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yeah, just like a live camera. Just like whatever. People would watch
do that. Just all three of us. Just have a random live camera.
Oh my gosh. And the camera's in a different spot of the house every day. It's never in the same spot. It's just like all different angles all the time. Every day it's something different.
Oh, that'd be funny, actually.
just for shits and giggles.
If people watch a 24/7 AI create Seinfeld episodes, I think they get transphobic, apparently. I think they might watch me just live my life.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just you're sitting there reading, just like let people watch you read.
Yeah, just go, while I'm flipping the pages.
I'm gonna do that on what is it, Feet Finder? That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll have my feet up against the camera, wiggling my toes, and read a book. No one else take that idea. That's my idea.
No,
nobody.
You could always just read it with your feet, like flip the page with your toes.
I'm not that bendy anymore.
Telling toe tales.
I can't even
That's a good
put
name.
my shoes on without getting hurt.
I got you a name, Sonia.
Toe tails?
Yeah, telling toe tales.
Okay, we'll have to make this account before this episode goes out.
You got a couple weeks.
I got a couple weeks because we can't let people steal my idea. I need
telling toe tales.
I want to get my lashes done. So
well, if this site ends up being created, we'll link it below. No, we won't.
I have like the most ugliest feet ever. So like,
it's very niche.
Yeah, if you're on Feet Finder, you'll see me, but you'll know. You'll be like, "Oh fuck, that's not nice." You're like, "Oh, it's Sonia's feet." Yeah, so be ready for that.
Jump scare.
You're scrolling through the feet pictures and like this like mangled thing. I'm like, yeah, I do a lot of running without socks. So like barefoot running.
Does that hurt?
It's it used to burn, but there's so much like built up now that it's fine. I'm a barefoot beauty. Like,
beautiful. Natural.
Oh man, like I walk in the forest, no shoes. Like I'm a hippie, I guess. I don't like feet prisons. And like my feet are so ugly because I don't wear shoes that like they're flat. Like they're like they just look like squares now. You're just like honk, 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 honk. Fucking Flintstone feet.
No, you'll find your niche. Yeah, I believe in you.
It's Flintstone reading time.
Oh, and when you finally hit your lashes goal, you can do like a special thank you episode where you put like lashes at the end of your toes. And then they're like fluttering, like you move your toes and they're like fluttering and you're like, thank you.
on the padding?
Yeah, like at the edge of the toe, top of the toe.
Toenail.
Oh, the toenail.
Yeah, and then when you move them, you're like fluttering your eyelashes.
Oh, and I should put googly eyes.
Yeah. You just flutter. You're like, thank you so much for letting me get my lashes done.
I don't need no Bitcoin.
Okay. I think we're almost out of time.
Yeah, I think we went over. It's fine.
Luckily, we don't ghost our fans, so we always have an episode available for you next Friday. Our Books and Booze episodes on Thursday. On Saturdays, we have unedited episodes, and we have a bunch of Patreon content. Check out our Patreon. Thanks again to Stephanie Hurst, our VIP Patreon. We appreciate your business. And
business?
I don't know. Appreciate your support. There we go.
There you go.
Thank you. Come again.
Make sure to like and subscribe or follow and rate and comment wherever you're rating or commenting on. If you're listening on Spotify, there are now questions linked with the episodes that you can respond on, and if we get responses, we will read them in the next episode. So
that sounds
you can do that. That's pretty cool.
That's share with people. Just share There's the love, the
People,
whatever.
not your parents, probably. Don't share with
Probably
them.
not your parents or your kids.
Yeah, not
medium,
them either.
In between.
Perfect.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.